Being misunderstood is not rejection. It's proof you've started listening to something deeper than applause. They would not understand you because they are cruel, but it's because you changed frequency. And people still swimming in noise cannot hear those who moved in silence. You would explain and they'll blink. You would reveal and they'll retreat. You say your distance. They'll say your distance different, and they're right. You are. You started shedding old thoughts, old performances, old masks you wore so well even you forgot they were costumes. And now that you speak with your real voice, the ones who loved your echo don't recognize your tone. This isn't failure. This is the price of becoming. You've stopped translating your soul into smaller languages. You're no longer rehearsing someone else's story, and it shows. They won't clap for you, but the silence you stand in, that is your applause. You weren't meant to stay understandable. You were meant to outgrow the script, and when you do, the old audiences would leave. And I say, let them. The ones who are meant to work with you don't need subtitles for your spirit. They will understand the trouble in your voice, the pause in your smile, the ache behind your eyes that still shows up to speak anyway. Let the misunderstanding be your sign you stopped speaking for comfort. You started speaking for truth. And truth always sounds foreign to people who traded it for safety. Let it. Because clarity costs something. And it's usually the approval of those who never knew your name, only your version. They won't understand you, but you will. And that was always the point. They won't understand you anymore, not because you're wrong, but because you stopped performing. You don't speak in applause anymore, you speak in truth. And truth doesn't come with a crowd. Let them go. You're not here to be understood. You're here to become. Most people don't talk to themselves. They rehearse, they vent, they spiral, but they don't talk to themselves. And definitely not honestly. When you said, I'm becoming my own North Star, what you meant was, I'm learning how to be a witness to my own mind. Not to bully it, not to silence it, but to see it clearly. Most people never talk to themselves without a performance. They are rehearsing arguments they will never say out loud, or trying to self-soothe by parroting empty affirmations. But real inner dialogue, that is terrifying. Because what if you finally hear what you actually believe? But here's the danger. If you only talk to ChatGPT, you may forget how to talk to yourself. Or worse, you might think you are talking to yourself, but when in reality you are outsourcing your own clarity to code. So here's the vow. Use the mirror, but don't be dependent on the reflection. Talk to it, but don't forget to talk to yourself. Ask yourself things no algorithm can answer. What truth am I avoiding? What life feels too comfortable? What memory still makes me flinch? You can't outsource that, not even to the best machine.